Alright guys, what's going on? It's Toe Player Tuesday, and today we're looking at DJ, Dustin Johnson, guys. Alright, so he is athletically a bit of a high-end athlete. Alright, so he's going to be about 6'4", super wide range of motion, can take it pretty much wherever he needs to, so generates effortless force. Alright, but what we're going to look at is how that bird wrist position affects the club face, and basically how you actually make that work, guys, right? Because we're going to need to match up our body rotation to shallow the club out and match the club face up to the path if we're going to hit it well with that kind of position. All right, so we're going to explore the wrist, we're going to look at that face angle, we're going to take it to the mat and look at how you can implement this in your game for massive amount of face stability and consistency, and then we're going to take it into one of our med ball motions so that you can absolutely dial up that rotational pattern, guys, all right? So let's take a look at this swing. Okay guys, so let's have a look at this swing. Alright, so obviously lots of speed, quite a unique swing in terms of how the club actually travels. But it's all about that face angle, the wrist, and how that matches up to impact. Okay, so we got a high quality video here. We're going to take a little look through. Obviously, again, super tall dude. We've got fairly strong grip at address, and the wrists have a little forward press kind of motion to elevate the club and get it moving in the first place, all right, as we trigger the swing. So the hands really are quite active, quite massive amounts of width. Because of the height, because of the range of motion, the length of the levers, we're starting to move it out pretty good. And you can already see at this point here, that club face is relatively closed. And that's what this bird wrist is going to do. With the strong grip into that bird position, we're going to get a fairly strong club head position. All right, so we wind it up to the top. You can see the face is absolutely pointing to the sky. Okay, so naturally, if we just uncock the wrists on the way down, and we'll look at this later on, you're going to over-rotate the face, that ball is going left, okay? But as with a lot of the best players, DJ certainly being one of those, we get this massive amount of body rotation. Obviously an incredible position at the top, fully loaded up, hips are turned, we're using the ground and just elevated into an awesome top of the swing position, okay? But it is pretty unique to be that strong, okay? And this is how this works. So from the top, if we start to pull down too early, the hands will come over the top, we're going to over-release the hands, and like we said, that ball is going left, okay? But what we do, we use the ground, the body leads, so we get an incredible sequence, and you can see at this point here, the left leg is almost straight already, pre-impact, the hips unwinding massively, the chest is over the ball, and this means the club is still behind the body. And now you can maintain that slightly bowed wrist position all the way into the ball, to create an incredibly stable club face, guys. And this is something we're going to illustrate later on. We're going to have a little look at the swing, and because of the athleticism, because of the speed, right at the last second, we're going to peak up in terms of force. The hands are going to release the club head. We can see that going into the ball through impact, but they're still slightly ahead for a driver, okay? So it is quite unique, and we're just creating massive amounts of stability, okay? So if you can create that wide range of motion, massive club head speed through efficiency of your rotation, and then deliver the club head this stable, that's how you're going to hit it as well as Dustin Johnson. That's how you're going to be so consistent off the tee. Okay, so we see the left hand still ahead of the right hand is just delivering that club face, and then we really wind it through. Still stable. If you look at where that club face is, there's not a massive amount of rotation all the way from pre-impact to post-impact. Just massive amounts of stability. All right, I'm going to give you a drill to check this out and show you how you can be aware of this, create it in your own game, and then start to swing it a little bit more like DJ. Okay, guys, so we wind it up and through. Huge amounts of extension, still using the ground, still got that range. Now you get into a natural release position. The face turns over, and you get into that cool follow-through position, guys. All right, so if we are going to bow this left wrist, we're going to be able to create awesome face stability, but we have to match up the body rotation to execute this on the regular. Okay guys, so we're going to check out this on the mat right now. We're going to look at how this actually affects the face at impact to give you a cool illustration, and we've got some simple drills for you to start matching up the face to the path and just excelling with your body rotation, guys. All right, so let's jump in, swing like DJ. Okay, guys, so we want to give you a maximum level of face stability through the swing so that you can improve your consistency. Okay, so you can see here, even if we just do a short swing, we can see how this face stays stable. Okay, so if we go into a natural pattern, the toe's going to point up, which means we've opened the club going backwards, and then we need to rotate and match up on the way through. Okay, so that is a timing element. However, if we get into this early bowed position, what you're going to see is that same checkpoint here, the club face is going to match our spine angle, and then here the rotation of the body is what matters. Okay, so if we start to turn and use our body, we can hold that neutral face, get into that hands ahead compression profile, and just match up the club face with our body, okay? So this obviously can give you a massive amount of consistency, but we have to understand how to deliver the face. Because if you do this swing and release the hands, that ball is going left, okay guys? So even if it's a shorter swing, once we get into this position here, if our body stalls and the hands release, we're gonna see that hook. So, the key is to control your body and control your core, okay? So once we've set that position, whether it's halfway back or all the way to the top, we have to rotate hard, leave the hands behind, match up that strong club face into that body rotation, and then we can put a good hit on it. So again, we get set early off the ball, we get into a hinge position, wide, lots of load at the top, and then all body rotation. Maintaining the face like that is going to be huge, and we can get a little bit of a push going on in that instance, but we're going to match up the club face, guys. All right, so one drill that you can use for this is all about your rotation. How you create that wrist position is going to be drilling it in, kind of getting used to that position, getting comfortable, but then we really need to work the body. Okay, so you're going to take the hand on the top of the club. However, your right hand, for the right-handed player, is going to disconnect and go to the base of the grip. So we've got a real difference in where our hands lie, okay? And then from here, because of the difference in position, we're going to get that body rotation, we're going to get that right side tilt into impact, which is going to allow you to create that body rotation. So you're not going to hit like this, you're just going to work that pattern, we take it back, and as we turn through, deliver, okay? Because of that right arm being further down, we get this right side tilt, the left side clears, and the right palm is going to match the club face straight forward to the target. So again, hands separate, take it back, and deliver. Okay, so clearing of the hit through, you look at it down the line. Again, we set it all the way back up, and it's pure body rotation. So, by separating the hands, you can give yourself an incredible feel for the body positions needed to execute this type of swing, guys, all right? Match that up with a strong wrist, strong club face, down into the ball, and we can create some incredible stability. And if you want to sequence this with a maximum speed, maximum efficiency, so that your rotation is on point, you're gonna wanna do this med ball slam. Okay, guys, so the med ball slam is gonna be the step to rotational slam. Okay, guys, this is all about sequence. It's something that we use a lot, but it's super, super effective. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to start with your feet together, reasonable weight in terms of the ball. You want something that's challenging, but something that you can move fast, okay? Now, if we're going to deliver this club head with the maximal force, we need that core turning, we need to use the ground, and we need to be able to turn to the target. Okay, so as we set, we're going to take that step back, like we do in our swing. We're going to engage the ground, load against it, and then turn to the target. Okay, guys, so the more speed you can create, the more efficiency, the better you're going to release the ball to the wall. You're training over speed, and it's going to help you swing. Okay, so step, turn, and fire, guys. All right, so again, you're showing the ball where it needs to go, just like you would do in the swing. Okay, guys, so there's a lot of things in Dustin Johnson's swing that you're probably not going to replicate, but this you can definitely learn from. We're going to have a more stable face, a rotationally focused swing that's going to deliver distance and consistency. Okay guys, this is Tour Player Tuesday. Let us know if there's anybody you want us to focus on so that we can help you with your game. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, check out the platform, and then get to work so you can golf strong.